Look at Freddy and Buddy kissing. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Play, play, play. Oh man, I love playing with my Funko Pops. They're so fun. Ugh! I hate playing with my Funko Pops. They're so boring and lame, and they don't look anything like the characters at all. I know. Now, I know how a lot of you guys feel, especially recently. You're extremely disappointed with the characters, Funko Pops, and everything that Funko has been creating. They're making a whole bunch of garbage that absolutely no one wants, like tie-dye stuff, Christmas stuff. We have actual characters we want. So, we have the extremely talented Minter766, who made these just absolutely incredible Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Funko Pop customs, because we know there are so many FNAF 2 characters that we barely get any merch of, barely any figures, barely any plushies, and the least thing we actually have of these characters is actually the Funko Pops. So we have a ton of amazing character concepts that we're going to be taking a look at today. So the very first ones we have is the FNAF Withered Funko Pops. You guys have wanted these characters, and I know I have. Everyone's wanted Withered characters for absolute ages, and this is a look at what we would see from a Withered Freddy, Withered Chica, and Withered Foxy Pop. Of course, there would be another variation of Withered Bonnie, being a glow-in-the-dark, flocked version. All these characters are flocked versions, which I think looks extremely cool. Looking at the Withered Freddy, he looks so much better than the normal Freddy Funko Pop. His head looks slimmer like Withered Freddy. He has the withering details like he does. Both his teeth look a lot more accurate, because Withered Freddy has 2 rows of teeth when classic FNAF Freddy only has 1 row of teeth. Withered Chica just looks absolutely incredible. The normal Chica Funko Pop really is not that great, but comparing it to this just insane looking Withered Chica, her arms out, wires are dangling, her entire head mold has been completely changed from the original Chica, and if they did ever create these characters, they would have to change something up like that, because the classic Wave 1 Chica Funko Pop design, her head is round and her mouth is really small, so changing the entire pop to look like this, I think just looks absolutely incredible. And Withered Foxy again looks so different from all the other ones, not just a boring recolor, which honestly Funko would probably do. He has his withered eye, his head is a lot more narrow and kind of spiked out from the tufts of hair on the side of his head. He has his withered ear with a big chunk of his head missing, and a lot more of his body and torso is actually withered, unlike the first Foxy Funko Pop. And of course, we have the really good looking Withered Bonnie Pop that we already got from Funko, but with some nice improvements like a glow-in-the-dark version, and all these versions being flocked. I just have to say that these edits, they look so incredible that they basically look real. I could honestly imagine these as official, just compared to some of the other stuff Funko's made. I think these are almost too good to be official. These edits look way too high quality and way too talented to be official, because we know Funko probably could not create something that good. I absolutely love these, and I wish we would get these Withered animatronics. But what about the toy animatronics? Of course we also have those as well. Now, for the toy animatronic Funko Pop figures, the only one we ever got was Toy Freddy, and very surprisingly, we got 2 versions of Toy Freddy, normal Toy Freddy and a glow-in-the-dark Toy Freddy. So, we have some other versions here, starting off with Toy Bonnie, and Toy Bonnie, again, just looks so good. From his details to his entire new mold, I absolutely love how he looks. From the bright blue on him, and his giant guitar, and the way he's standing, he looks so incredibly detailed. Most of the FNAF Funko Pops that we got just have this basic, bland, standing body. Even classic Bonnie, who should be holding his guitar, just has nothing. He's standing there, and it's incredibly boring. So comparing it to this incredible Toy Bonnie design with his new pose and guitar and colors, it's just so good. I couldn't imagine Funko making this, because, well, they're too good for Funko. These are too high quality for something that Funko would make. And then we have 2 different versions of Toy Chica, one being normal Toy Chica, and a chase version of Toy Chica being beakless Toy Chica. If you don't know what a chase pop is, basically what it is a chase pop is like a rare version. Every 1 in 6 Funko Pops will be a chase version that has some sort of difference about them. So we can see classic Toy Chica here looks absolutely amazing, looking really similar to the Wave 1 Chica Funko Pop, so it looks a little more realistic for something Funko could make, but her body is entirely changed from the fat, chunky Funko Pop body, which I really am not a fan of, which they still use to this day, which is really strange. She has her cupcake, unlike the Chica Funko Pop as well, which just doesn't make sense why they're not including things like this, and her entire body and torso torso is so detailed to look exactly like her. But the even cooler version would have to be the chase variant of Beakless Toy Chica, looking just like how she does in the cameras in FNAF 2 when she's about to crawl into the vents. She's not holding her cupcake anymore, her head is tilted, and she's missing her eyes and beak, revealing giant pitch black eyes and a giant pitch black mouth with those scary teeth, which just looks so good. I'm absolutely in love with all these edits. And then the final toy animatronic, which, let's be honest, Funko would never make this because of how difficult it is the Mangle Funko Pop with a chase version as well. Starting off with the normal version of Mangle, you can see they already made a Toy Foxy version, so it's using the Toy Foxy head, but then the rest of the body is just completely almost handmade. I have no idea how they even designed this Funko Pop. It is just that incredibly made. You can see it looks so accurate from all the different versions of her endoskeletons, her arms, her legs, the extra endo head onto her. This would be incredible to see. We've actually seen Funko do this before with the Mangle Mystery Mini, which looks so good. So if we could ever see something like this as the Mangle Funko Pop, it's so cool. I don't even know what to say how detailed and incredible this figure is. I absolutely love it. And then the chase version is changed up a little bit, being flocked and being a little brighter, a little more, you know, a little newer, I guess, even though it's still the destroyed Mangle figure. I would just love to see Funko try and make any of these, especially because some of them might be hard as action figures, but the pop designs are a little chunkier, a little slimmer, a little better to make into actual figures. So next up after the toy characters, we have another version of the puppet being a Walmart exclusive. Now, the puppet we actually already got a Funko Pop of, and in my personal opinion, I do think the puppet pop is, the official one we got is cooler than this edit, just because the one we got is in a box, but just because he wanted to include Puppet in the wave of FNAF 2, he made Puppet without his box, which I think looks, you know, perfectly good, as its full Puppet legs and its Puppet arms. But, you know, being honest, Puppet coming out of the Puppet box is such a cool concept that's really hard to create a even better looking Puppet pop. But something that I think looks even better, which, oh my goodness, it looks so cool, is the Purple Guy Funko Pop. I mean, come on, just look at this thing. This would be one of the coolest ever Funko Pop figures that they could possibly make, being, oh my god, this just absolutely incredible looking purple guy, 100% pixelated too, pixelated head, pixelated eyes, pixelated mouth, pixelated body, pixelated hand, his little badge, everything looks so good. I'm absolutely in love with this purple guy Funko Pop looking. It's just so cool. I don't even know what to say. This would be one of the most incredible things. I could imagine Funko making this because of how simple the design is. It's just a bunch of purple squares on top of each other, which I don't think would be too hard to make as a Funko Pop. And of course, there is a exclusive variant of it, being a glow-in-the-dark one where his eyes and badge would glow, which is such a cool detail because of how bright they glow in the mini games. And a special Hot Topic exclusive version we have is of Withered Golden Freddy. Now we have a normal Golden Freddy Funko Pop, which isn't that great. It's just a metallic gold version of Freddy. It doesn't even look like Golden Freddy. It is a golden version of Freddy, not Golden Freddy. But this one looks identical to the Withered Golden Freddy from FNAF 2. It's so cool. It has its sitting, leaning Golden Freddy pose, its empty dead eyes, the wires coming out of its eye, and its ear, and its torso. It has just the pose of it is so cool. I couldn't imagine making anything like this because it's almost too talented. He has his microphone in one hand, and he's all flocked too, looking all fuzzy and all old and decayed like the actual Withered Golden Freddy. He has so much withering in the buttons on his chest, the destroying parts of his arms, the destroyed parts of his legs. He looks so good. I just would love to see Funko even try and make some of these characters, even if they don't turn out maybe as good as some of these edits. I think they'd be so cool. So some other versions that we're seeing is a Withered Golden Freddy head, which might be more accurate to something Funko does because they're kind of lazy. You guys know in FNAF 2, you can see Withered Golden Freddy heads floating at the end of the hall, and that's basically what this version is. They just took away his entire body, made it a giant head, and gave it a nice clear base to look like Withered Golden Freddy is floating at the end of the hall. The next one we actually have is Endo 02. Now, I don't think Funko has made any endoskeleton merch ever, which is honestly a little strange to me. Endoskeleton's been there since the first game, and to see a full life-size figure like this would just be so cool getting Endo 02. He has the perfect head shape, the perfect ears and torso and body. Again, I have no idea how they even made this image because no endoskeleton merch exists, so they didn't really base this off of anything. It looks like they got all these assets and models just completely by themselves, which is so cool to see. This would be a metallic Funko Pop being all shiny, just like endoskeleton normally is, so there probably won't even be a normal version, just a shiny metallic version. The next one we have is a fixed version of Balloon Boy, because you guys know the normal Balloon Boy Funko Pop figure that we got from Funko is absolutely disgusting. It's such an ugly looking Funko Pop that almost breaks itself because the balloon is too heavy. So this fixed and improved version of Balloon Boy just looks so good. His head looks so much cleaner and a lot cuter and a lot more, you know, looking like Balloon Boy. It's not super long. It's more circular, like it's meant to look, with a lot bigger eyes, looking a lot more clean, like a toy version of Balloon Boy. And a super cool, really talented thing that they made is JJ, but it's not JJ like a recolor of Balloon Boy. It's JJ actually under the desk. This is one of the coolest edits they've made, but one of the most unrealistic, because Funko would never put in this much work. They'd take the Balloon Boy model and just make the red into purple. But this one, you can see, it has the Fnaf 2 desk with the office fan, the soda cup, the little paper balls, the whole desk, even the floor, the checker tile floor, with Day-Day peeking out from under it, which is, oh my, this idea is such an incredibly clever idea, such a smart one for them to even think of. And sadly, we know that these cool concepts will never actually be made, because this is way too much detail or talent for Funko to ever make a pop this massive. Just looks so incredible. It's so cool to imagine and make concepts of what this would possibly look like, but sadly we know something like these would never actually happen. Now the next ones we have is the Fnaf 2 plushies. Everyone loves the Funko plushies, so having plushies as Funko Pops, in my opinion, it's a little confusing since we already have the actual plush. I think they look really good. It's just plush chibi style versions of the actual figures that we got, kind of. I don't know how to describe them. I think they're pretty nice edits compared to the rest of the wave. I think they're alright. I really like Chica, of course, really looking like Sanshee Chica with the cupcake in one hand and the nice big head. These probably look more like Sanshee plushies than they look like Funko plushies, because the Sanshee plushies are so much more accurate than Funko plush. But in Fnaf 2 is actually the first spot we see the Funko plushies, so not even the Funko plushies, the actual in-game Fnaf plush. So it might be a nice little homage to kind of pay respects to the original plushies that were in Fnaf 2 if we ever got Funko Pops of these ones. And now onto my favorite and final Funko Pops of this entire wave would be the Paper Pal Funko Pops. Ooh! Oh, they're so cool. I absolutely love the Paper Pals, and to see them represented in incredible looking figures like this is so cool to see. We have already gotten the absolutely amazing Paper Pals Mystery Mini, which is the best Paper Pals merch ever made, and the only Paper Pals merch ever made. So seeing these Funko Pops like this, they work really well for Funko Pops. Paper Pals already have these giant blank soulless eyes, which works perfect for how the Funko Pops look. Their bodies and heads and details look so good. They can cram so much detail in because it's just a flat paper plate and some little pieces of paper on them. They look so good. This would be sold as a 3-pack of Paper Plate Freddy, Paper Plate Bonnie, and Paper Plate Buddy, whatever his name is. These pop concepts are just, oh, they're so cool. I absolutely love them. These are some of the best looking ones ever. They're so cool. And that is about all the different Fnaf 2 concepts that we have from the absolutely incredible Minter. Please make sure to go follow them on Instagram to check out all their stuff, and let me know which figures are actually your favorite edits in this video. I'd have to say mine would probably either be the Paper Plate Pals or JJ Under the Desk, just because those ones are so cool. Maybe even Purple Guy, or maybe even Mangle, or honestly all of them. They're so incredible, and it's really nice to imagine Funko doing something like this. Now, it's always possible that they can make stuff in the future. It's not like they lost the license or anything. It just seems unrealistic because of how well made and high quality these are compared to the actual pops we've gone. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the next future uploads, where I'll probably do giveaways and other ones. This one has been a no giveaway video. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you all later. Good